Section 7. The 9 Gates of Departure. In yogic anatomy, there are 9 gates in the body through which the soul can exit. 1. Eyes. 2. Ears. 3. Mouth. 4. Nose. 5. Genitals. 6. Anus. 7. Crown. Brahmarandra. 8. Left nostril. Lunar path. 9. Right nostril. Solar path. Tamasic souls exit through lower gates. Rajasic ones through the heart or eyes. Sattvic, realized ones, exit through the crown, guided by light and mantra. The science of Swar Vigyan, breathing through specific nostrils, can predict and guide death. Section 8. Symbolism. The architecture mirrors the cosmos. The human spine is a Marudanda, a microcosmic mountain. The brain is the cave of light, holding the pineal, the cosmic antenna. The hourglass, sand timer, and Shiva's Damru all represent reversal. The DNA helix and serpent kundalini are symmetrical blueprints. The same architecture that builds you also unbuilds you. This is the science of death. Section 9. The ethical, emotional, and existential layer. How we die is shaped by how we live, and how we die shapes where we go next. Are we dying with fear or clarity, with attachments or awareness, with unfinished emotions or karmic readiness? Your death becomes your next blueprint. It's not a punishment, it's physics. Live with presence and you'll die with precision. Section 10. Final reflection. The soft disappearance. You are not the name, not the body, not the story. You are the observer behind it all. And when the architecture collapses, the observer watches even that. So don't fear death, master it. Learn its geometry, witness its unraveling. Because in truth, death is not darkness. It is the soft disappearance of form into formlessness, with silence as its only sound. Closing narration. Gentle, elevated tone. The blueprint returns to the field, the light returns to the source, and the soul, ever watching, ever knowing, whispers, I am still here. Chapter 9. The architecture of death. How the quantum body dissolves. What if death isn't destruction, but dismantling? What if it's not a final goodbye, but an elegant withdrawal of memory, matter, and meaning? What if what we call death is simply the soul logging off from the simulation? Section 1. Unpacking the quantum body. You are not just a body. You are an intricate, layered structure, made not only of skin and bone, but of memory, light, frequency, and karma. In Vedantic science, your being is composed of 5 koshas, like nested sheaths around the soul. 1. Annamaya kosha, the physical body. Pranamaya kosha, the breath energy field. 3. Manomaya kosha, the mind and emotions. 4. Vijnanamaya kosha, the intelligence and karmic memory. Anandamaya kosha, the bliss field closest to the self. At death, these don't vanish. They dissolve, each returning to its elemental source, earth to earth, air to air, light to light. Section 2. Death as a programmed disassembly. Think of your body as a quantum machine, with layers of software and hardware. At death, it doesn't crash. It shuts down in a precise sequence. Stage 1. Collapse of breath field, pranamaya kosha. The vagus nerve flutters, the lungs empty out, the life current begins to detach. In yogic texts, this is the upward movement of Udana Vayu, the breath of exit. Stage 2. Mental layer dissolves, manomaya kosha. Brainwaves cease. Linear thoughts shut down. But residual mental impressions, called vasanas, flash across the screen. This is where life reviews, visions of tunnels or ancestors often appear. Deep-rooted patterns uncoiling one last time. Stage 3. Memory and karma unbind, Vijnanamaya kosha. Karmic files begin closing. Beliefs, biases, duties all begin to detach from identity. This is the moment where what was unfinished starts to seek continuity in the next life. Stage 4. Soul light withdraws, Anandamaya kosha. A subtle light, felt in deep meditation, rises. It exits the body from one of 9 gates, Navadwaras. Yogis train to exit through the crown of the head, the Brahmarandra, considered the gateway to higher dimensions. Death is not a loss. It is a great return, a reverse journey through the architecture of self. Section 3. The Quantum Science of Dissolution. Modern science now begins to whisper what ancient seers declared: energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. So what dies? The atoms? No. They reorganize. The brain? Yes, but only its biological part. The consciousness? No. It recedes from form. The mind? Not fully, it survives in memory fields, in the Akasha. Death in quantum physics is the collapse of the wave function, the end of observation. When the observer disappears, the illusion of solid matter unravels. The projected hologram ceases. You're no longer logged into the simulation. Section 4. Neuroscience. What happens in the brain? During death, modern medicine has tracked the process. EEG flatlines within 20 seconds. Brainstem activity stops within 5 minutes. Yet, DMT surges from the pineal gland, triggering tunnels, lights, and visions. Consciousness flickers post-death. This is where near-death experiences emerge. Science tells us the brain dies, but experience tells us something continues. Section 5. Vedic Science. The Soul's Blueprint Withdrawal. The Garuda Purana, a profound Vedic scripture, details what happens post-death. On day 1 to 3, the soul roams near the body, confused. Day 410, the karmic body begins detaching. Day 1113, Pindadan rituals help cut emotional cords. Day 1430, the subtle body travels to astral planes. Day 3149, soul evaluates life and seeks next womb. The Tibetan Book of the Dead echoes this, calling it Bardo, the in-between. These were not religious texts. They were travel guides for the soul, manuals of conscious exit. Section 6. Parapsychology, energy after the body. Kirlian photography shows energy fields around corpses for hours. Mediums receive verified data from the departed. Hypnotic regression shows souls remembering death from past lives. Phantom limb phenomenon proves memory survives the physical. Your soul is a field of intelligence, not a prisoner of biology. When death occurs, the soul doesn't get erased. It uploads into the Akashic field. Chapter 10. The Soul's Compass. How karma decides your direction after exit. Who decides where you go after death? Welcome to Professor Diaries, the only channel where Vedic wisdom meets neuroscience, parapsychology meets quantum physics, and karma is decoded through consciousness science. If you're someone who seeks not just truth, but transformation, you're in the right place. Now here's a question for you. Do you believe your karma controls where your soul goes after death? Or is it just random? Tell us in the comments. Your answer may surprise you by the end of this video. Section 1. What happens after the soul exits? So you've taken your final breath. The quantum body has dissolved. But where do you go now? Ancient Vedic texts describe 3 possible directions after death. 1. Urdhvagati, upward journey, higher planes. 2. Madhyam Gati, horizontal, earthbound, stuck, ghost state. 3. Adhogati, downward, dense karmic planes. But what decides this direction? Not religion, not rituals, but karma, your soul's inner compass. Section 2. The Law of Subtle Gravity, Karmic Weight Direction. Just as physical objects fall downward due to gravity, the soul's karmic weight determines its direction. Heavy with guilt, anger, unresolved pain. Adhogati, light with selfless action, awareness, spiritual discipline. Urdhvagati, neutral or confused. Stagnation, ghost loop. The Vedas called this Sukshma Gurutva, the subtle gravity of karma. Section 3. Akashic Algorithm, the matching system of the universe. After death, the universe runs a sorting algorithm, matching your vibration to a dimension. Just like water finds its level, your soul finds its resonant field. Peaceful souls find healing planes. Addicted minds find echo chambers. Seekers enter learning zones. Yogis access merging states. This isn't reward or punishment, it's resonance. Section 4. The Antakarana Compass. Mind, intellect, memory, ego. Your direction after death is decided by 4 inner tools. 1. Manas, mind, emotions and desires. Buddhi, intellect, clarity and discrimination, say. Chitta, memory, karma, impressions, 4. Ahamkara, ego, the identity that carries you forward. At the time of death, the last dominant impression from these 4 becomes your GPS. That's why it said, as you think in your last moment, so shall you become. Section 5. What ancient texts reveal. Garuda Purana. Soul is escorted by subtle beings, its path based on karmic record. Bhagavad Gita. Dying with awareness leads to liberation. Tibetan Bardo. Soul has 49 days to transition, but direction is based on mental clarity. Egyptian Book of the Dead. The heart is weighed, not symbolically, but energetically. The ancients weren't moralists, they were energy engineers. Section 6. Near-death experiences, NDEs, confirm the karmic compass. Modern science has now documented thousands of NDEs. People report moving through light or falling into voids. The emotional state at the time of death affects the type of experience. Some return with clarity, some with trauma, some confused. These aren't hallucinations. They are resonance experiences, based on your karmic frequency. Question for you. If you had only one emotion to feel in your last moment, what would it be? Gratitude? Fearlessness? Peace? Drop it in the comments. This may help you direct your inner compass right now. Section 7. Yogi techniques to direct the soul. In yogic traditions, death isn't accidental, it's designed. Kevala Kumbhaka, breath retention. Ajapa Japa, unconscious mantra repetition. Jyoti Dhyana, light at the crown visualization. Swar Vigyan, closing one nostril for directional exit. These aren't rituals, these are exit strategies. Section 8. Karma isn't judgment, it's design. Don't fear karma, understand it. It's not a punishment, it's a design system that matches cause to consequence. And if you change your cause now, you alter your exit path later. Your current actions are editing your death direction in real time. Section 9. What determines liberation? Not how long you meditated, not how much scripture you read, but how aware you are in the last moment. This is the secret of Ichha Mrityu, death by will. Saints and yogis choose their time, posture, mantra, and direction because they've reversed the compass from outward to inward. And when the compass turns inward, the soul finds true north. Section 10. Final reflection. The inner flight path. Your life is building your runway. Your karma is adjusting your wings. Your mind is your altitude. So prepare, not out of fear, but out of mastery. Death is not a fall. It is a flight, but only if you know which way your compass points. If this opened something inside you, let us know in the comments. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And follow us for more soul science, karmic maps, and spiritual intelligence every week. This is Professor Diaries, where ancient wisdom meets future consciousness.